I'm standing outside of 409 Laurel Branch. The house is right ahead of me. Deck's over here. There's a carport down the end of the driveway. If I walk over to this side, there's lovely landscaping with rocks and a rock path and a little storage house over on this, in front of the house and on this side of the house. I'm going to walk over and down the stone steps to where the garden is. I'm down at the garden level now, walking through the garden. The back of the house, there's both a lower deck and an upper deck. As I proceed along the path to the house, I come to some wooden steps that go down to where there's some ground cover planted, and you can see the creek flowing down below. We'll take a better look at it from the house. As I walk back through the garden, there are some neighbor houses down there through the trees, but nothing that is at all a problem. There is a little pool and waterfall in this corner of the garden, right next to this storage shed. The path follows around that little waterfall to the end of the garden here. I'm now going to head back up the steps. This is a lovely, lovely setting with a lovely garden and a creek. I've come back up the steps now. You can see the deck here. And as I said, down at the end of the drive is a carport. And if we continue around the carport, you can see the rest of the lower deck here underneath the house, including the heat pump unit This house looks in absolutely excellent condition on the outside. Very well taken care of. And if I come over beside the lower deck, there is a path here. Beautiful wooden stairs in excellent shape that we are walking down. These steps come down to a landing where you can see the creek running below. We then continue down some more steps. Then across a few paving stones and onto a bridge that goes right over the creek. I'm now standing on a bridge with the creek flowing underneath it. There's a little water wheel there that's been taken out of the creek, could be set back in it. Here's a view of the house from the bridge. This is an absolutely lovely end of the road property. Look at all the rhododendron here that would bloom in the spring. You can walk off the other side of this bridge, and pretty much there's nothing there on that side except a little bench made with a couple of concrete blocks and a board. I'm headed back up now. Back to the landing where there's a log. This landing sits right beside the creek. You could put a little table here and a couple of chairs. Maybe sit here and read. It's shaded by the trees, so you don't have to worry about sun. I'm going back up the steps toward the lower deck of the house. Where you can see the lower deck again. The upper deck looks like it's screened in, and we'll see that from inside the house. And this ends the video of the exterior of this very, very outstanding property.